Okay. Yay, thank you so much, Jonathan. We're already at our last speaker. This speaker is very special. She's a senior here at Woodbridge. She's very outgoing and she's very expressive, but she has a big backstory to share with you all today. She was featured in an award-winning documentary at the annual OCFF, or Orange County Film Festival, and she's very excited to share her story with you guys today. So without any further ado, let me introduce our last speaker for today, Katie Kim.
I love you too. Hi everybody, my name's Katie Kim, and I'm gay, and obviously this is the first time I've ever said this in front of a theater full of people with spotlights blinding me, and as terrifying as it is, like truly terrifying, like I'm shaking right now, it feels so good to finally say that out loud and not be ashamed of anything. And as important as my sexuality is to our theme this year at Warrior Talks, which is diversity, I'm actually here today to talk about the diversity of perspective, which is something that I've learned by coming out to my mom. Because, you know, I've known this about myself since I was 5 or 6 years old. Like, in kindergarten, my first crush was on a girl. And I never thought that was strange, and I never thought that was abnormal, or it was something I needed to be ashamed of. But the world soon taught me that it's not normal to be gay. So I hid that part of myself for a very, very long time. Until 11 years later, I looked myself in the mirror and I said, I'm tired of living a lie. So I saw my mom, I sat her down and I told her, Mommy, I'm gay. And I'm not ashamed of it. In fact, I'm proud of it. And I can't change it, but it's not something that I want to change. It's who I am. And I still remember exactly what she said to me, word for word, as if it was yesterday, even though it was over a year ago, where she said, Katie, do you expect me to be happy because of this? Do you expect me to be okay with this? Of course I'm not. I'm not happy about this. I'm not okay with this. I'm embarrassed. And hearing those words come out of my mom's mouth, they really broke my heart. And, you know, my world shattered because in that moment in time, I truly believed that my mom didn't love me anymore. And I truly believed that she didn't recognize the girl that was sitting in front of her anymore, that she had nurtured and loved and cared for 16 years up to that point. And I let those thoughts completely destroy me until one day I realized something. Where, you see, my mom, she was raised Catholic and she's extremely Korean, which means, for those of you who don't know, that she holds very, very, very conservative values that she holds very close to her heart. But the thing is, that's not her fault. You know, she didn't have a choice in how she was raised, just as much as I don't have a choice in my sexuality. And, you know, she was raised in a world where it wasn't okay to be gay. And she was raised in a world where people should be scared to have children that are gay because of what the world can do to them, and how many people will want to hurt them because of who they are and who they love. You know, she envisioned this life for me that was, you know, marrying a man and having children and living this traditional lifestyle, but that's just not who I am. And I could never do that to myself. And, you know, what I realized was that just because my mom may believe something about my sexuality, that doesn't make her any less of a human, just as much as it doesn't make me any less of a human. You know, thanks. Like, I genuinely feel like regardless of what she may believe about my being gay, you know, she'll never love me any less than she did the day that I was born. There's nothing that I could tell her that could ever change that fact. And, you know, this journey taught me a lot about self-reliance and a lot about resilience and learning to embrace myself for who I am and who I love. And of course, there's going to be plenty of people for the rest of my life that are going to stop loving me for who I am because I'm gay. But as long as I love me for who I am, that's all that really matters at the end of the day, you know? And obviously, some of you in here will never be able to relate to me in terms of having to come out to a parent because you'll never need to. But I still think there's something very important that I want you to take away, which is regardless of gender or age or sexual orientation or wealth status or whatever it may be, we all have something to learn from each other in this world. And in that same sense, we all have something to teach each other. And that's because mankind is the only species on Earth that has been blessed with something amazing up here, which is perspective. Because within each of our minds lives this incredible, individual, just invaluable conscience and soul that will never be replicated by any human being ever again in the past, present, or future. Because your guys' minds, each and every one of you, is completely unique. And it's something that should be embraced and shared with the world. So I genuinely hope that when you leave this theater today, you look up at the sky and you smile and you thank your lucky stars that you're human, because it's a pretty incredible thing. Thank you so much.